hello again. We're just gonna have to deal with this looking like this, cause I can't fix it. Every time I try to click something else, it just won't let me. So we're just gonna have to deal with it being super small up in the top. This is Penelope Possum Plays Five Nights at Freddy's Part 1. There may be multiple parts to this. I don't know. We'll find out as we go. Alternative title for this was Grown Woman Screams at Children's Game for about an hour. But hey. Ow. Yeah, sucks booty. Absolutely sucks booty holes, but wait, can I play this with a controller? Hey Nick, do you think I could play it with a controller or should I do it with mouse and keys?
Probably best to do it with a mouse.
Dokie dokie. Okie dokes. New game. Family Pizzeria looking for a security guard. Work the night shift. 12 a.m. to 6 a.m. Monitor cameras. $120 a week. Nah, there's something wrong with your keyboard? Aw, that's beans. That's booties. Okay. Oh, this is terrifying. Oh, this is terrifying.
Hello? Hello? I wanted to record a message for you to help you get settled in on your first night. I actually worked in that office before you. I'm finishing up my last week now, as a matter of fact, so I know it can be a bit overwhelming, but I'm here to tell you there's nothing to worry about.
Yeah, no
It's fine.
Fuck
So
you,
let's
Scott.
just focus on getting you through your first week, okay? Let's see. First, there's an introductory greeting from the
What
company.
the hell, Scott?
It's kind of a legal thing, you know. Welcome to Freddy Fazbear's Pizza.
Yeah, Dick, shut
a
up.
magical place for kids and grown-ups alike, where fantasy and fun come to life. Fazbear Entertainment is not responsible for damage to property or person.
I'm gonna try to drink this before we start the game so I don't spill it.
Will be filed within 90 days, or as soon as property and premises have been thoroughly cleaned and bleached and the carpets have been replaced. Blah blah blah. Now that might sound bad, I know, but there's really nothing to worry about. The animatronic characters here do get a bit quirky at night, but do I blame them? No. If I were forced to sing those same stupid songs for 20 years,
hello, music, hello?
Too. So remember, these characters hold a special place in the hearts of children.
Yeah,
Show them a
I
little
don't
respect,
like
right?
it.
Okay.
It's scary.
So just be aware, the characters do tend to wander a bit. They're left in some kind of
Okay, there's the chat. Finally decided to load in on
something about their
video.
servos locking up if they get turned off for too long. They used to be allowed to walk
straight
around during
booty
the day
cheeks.
too, but then there was the bite of 87. Yeah, it's amazing that the human body can live without the frontal lobe. You know. Now, concerning your safety, the only real risk to you as a night watchman here, if any, is the fact that these characters, if they happen to see you after hours, probably won't recognize you as a person. They'll most likely see you as a metal endoskeleton without its costume on.
Oh man,
Now,
this
since
is
that's
not
against the
cool.
rules here at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, they'll probably try
I hate the fact that I have to wear a fucking pair of headphones with this.
Now, that wouldn't be so bad if the suits themselves weren't filled with cross beams, wires, and animatronic devices, especially around the facial area. So you can imagine how having your head forcefully pressed inside one of those could cause discomfort.
Shut your butt. Oh my god, no one cares.
The only parts of you that would likely see the light of day again would be your eyeballs and teeth that pop out the front of the mask.
Yeah, horrible, disfiguring death.
But hey, first station of the breeze. I'll chat with you tomorrow. Check those cameras and remember to close the doors only if absolutely necessary. Gotta conserve power. Alright, good night.
You're back? Hi, you're back. You're at a restaurant? Alright. We're just playing Five Nights at Freddy's. Content warning. I feel like this goes without saying. This is a horror game. Beware of jump scares, loud noises, disturbing images, sudden flashing lights probably, fast movements. Did I already say disturbing images? Probably, but yeah, just be aware. This ain't for the faint of heart. Did Bonnie just twitch? Hi, Shandy. Oh no. Oh no. Ah! Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, we've only got 65% left. I'm so screwed. I'm already so fucking screwed. Oh, it's only the first night. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die to Bonnie. How lame. Alright, he's only in the dining area. I'm fine for now. Turn off the fucking fan. I don't need the fan. The fan is pointless. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? There you are. Shit. I'm really gonna die. Guys, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die on the first night. Bonnie's gonna kill me. Oh, come on. Only 2 more hours left. Come on. Don't kill me, bro. Oh, fuck. Shit. Sheik is in the fucking kitchen, guys. Oh, shit. Shit. Come on, come on. Fuck. Motherfucker. Oh no. Fuck off, Bonnie! Oh, thank God. I've only got 1 hour left. Come on. Come on. I could? Yeah, I'm just gonna close the doors and ride it out. Oh, shit. Oh. Oh. Come on, 6 a.m. Come on, come on. Oh, I was told the Freddy nose on the poster squeaks. It doesn't. That's disappointing. Come on, 6 a.m., hurry up! I'm beginning to think you were pulling my leg. Oh my god. Oh, I did it. I survived. Fuck yeah. Oh fuck no. Shit balls. Ass. No, 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 no. Not already. Please, please, no. No, 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 no. No! Fuck!
Hello? Hello? Well, if you're hearing this and you made it to day 2, congrats. I won't talk quite as long this time since Freddy and his friends tend to become more active as the week progresses. It might be a good idea to peek at those cameras while I talk, just to make sure everyone's in their proper place, you know. Interestingly enough, Freddy himself doesn't come off stage very often. I've heard he becomes a lot more active in the dark, though, so hey, I guess that's one more reason not to run out of power, right? I also want to emphasize the importance of using your door lights. There are blind spots in your camera view, and those blind spots happen to be right outside
your door.
So if you can't find something or someone on your cameras, be sure to check the door light. You might only have a few seconds to react.
I should have muted the call.
Of course. I'm not implying that.
We've all heard the fucking Five Nights Freddy's
check
one.
on the curtain in Pirate Cove from time to time. The character in there seems unique in that he becomes more active if the cameras remain off for long periods of time. I guess he doesn't like being watched. I don't know. Anyway,
Bonnie.
I'm sure you have everything under control. Talk to you soon.
Eat a dick, Scott Cawthon. It's only one. It's only 1 a.m. I've got so much time left. Bonnie's already gone. Chica's already gone. Did I really just almost get Golden Freddy'd this early in the game? You fucking serious? God fucking damn it. That's just my luck. That is just my freaking luck, too. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck! I'm a dumbass. I should have checked the door. Yeah, there I am. In the ding-dang suit. Ah. Oh. Fucking hell. No, I don't wanna. Ah. I don't wanna. The bunny got me. I didn't know sometimes when you're looking at the screen, Freddy turns into the endoskeleton. That's weird. I don't want to do any more. I want to look at more jump scares. They're lame. Come on, hurry up and make the call, dude. Doesn't that happen if you died? Shit. Fuck. Fuck. There you are. Hi. I don't like it, 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 I don't... Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Who's moving? I don't think I'm gonna make it this time either. I think I'm just gonna be stuck in a loop of continuously dying. The fuck? Oh no, 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 oh no. Go away, go away. Thank you. Where'd he go? Hi. Wait, why is the kitchen right next to here? Shit, I've only got 69%. I've got 5 hours to go. Why is the power here so shitty? What do I have to conserve power? Were they going green or something? As if.
They probably have it set to run through a certain amount of kilowatt hours, and then all that will turn off at the same time.
Oh shit! Bonnie's gonna kill me again, guys. I can just tell it. It's gonna be Bonnie again. Bonnie's gonna keep killing me. I can tell. Fuck, I've got like 4 hours to go and I've only got half power left. Oh man. Well, biscuits. Okay, cool. Now Chica's gone. Chica's gone too. Okay, that's cool. That's fine. Ow! I kicked my desk. Ow! And that is why you don't sit scrunched up in your chair like that. Ah, that sucked dong. Fuck a duck. Absolutely not. No. That's the end of Freddy's. I'm sorry. That's the end of Freddy's for tonight. When the game makes me hit my toe on my desk, that is the end of the game. I'm sorry. Even Poppy Playtime did not scare me to the point where I smacked myself on something or with something. The worst part is it shouldn't get me. It's not actually scary. It's just a loud noise and a GIF. Don't worry, we'll come back to it later, but we'll watch some scary videos for now. What in the biscuits? Oh. I don't care about the basketball. We don't have any ham. That was weird. Ooh. My computer sounds like it's struggling a little bit. If anybody sees any video that they want me to click on, feel free to point out the name. Actually, let's go to Cirky's channel. Any Dr. Bob? I already have. Do I have a Dr. Bob? I don't. Let's get this. Find Dr. Bob real quick on my channel list. There he is. Let's find a good one that isn't super weird. I don't think we've seen this one before, so let's grab it real quick. Now, I'm going to pick something really quick. That's going to be very strange and out of the usual. Yeah, Yeah, I think for each stream I'll try to pass one night at Freddy's. We are going to watch a video from Marble Hornets. Now, I'm guessing a good portion of you are probably going to not remember Marble Hornets or what it's about. But I'm going to pick, I don't remember any of them. Gosh. I want to pick one that clearly has just a moment.
I want to start out by saying that I don't know what this...
Okay, just a moment. I'm gonna real quick try to see if this one has the thing that made this video series so scary. Yep, okay. We'll go through each of these that I've picked out today. One by one. I'll mention each creator by name.
A perfect shot.
So that we can properly appreciate the hard work each of them puts in to their beautiful videos. And you guys can go subscribe to them. People who do much better content than I could ever hope to make. And, yeah. So this first video is by Valox. We've had Valox on the channel before. They do very good Five Nights at Freddy's VHS tape type videos. I don't remember what the last one we did of them was, but this is a new one. Balloon Boys Air Adventure. Sounds exciting. Let's look and see and experience. Hold on. It's hot as heck in this room, so I'm gonna put up my hair real quick. Alright, that's a little bit better. But it's still hot as balls in here. But let's get into Balloon Boys Air Adventure by Valox. That's Valox on YouTube. Spelled V-A-L-O-X. Let's get into it. Some balloons, okay. Whimsical and fun so far. Don't be fooled. Hold on. We have a friend to keep us safe from the jump scares. Balloon boy. BB. Balloon boy. Okay. Quick. Quick, someone screenshot all these so that you can decode them in the comments. I'd like to know what these ones and zeros translate to. If anybody knows binary, in the comments, please. No exit. Cool. Great. It's me. A little pig? What the frick? Okay. That was pretty creepy. This is The Spider by Locust Garden, a Spider-Man themed horror fan film. It's I've watched it before. It's very scary in a very visceral way that we don't think about Spider-Man too often. Like the reality of what could possibly have happened to poor Peter instead of getting just cool spider powers. Other things could have happened and mutated him. But the real reality of what would have happened to Peter Parker if he got bitten by a radioactive Black Widow spider, which seems to be the kind of spider he gets bitten by in every single freaking movie, is that he'd die. Either from the poison or the radiation. Either way, it wouldn't be pretty. They'd be able to get the poison out of him, probably, but the radiation would probably not do him well. If it didn't kill him, it would certainly make him suffer. Even a small amount of radiation can be harmful, guys. Don't forget. Especially when it's introduced to your system in an odd manner. Oh, content warning for this. Gore, blood, body horror, body morphing, sudden flashes, disturbing imagery, and ringing noises. As well as insect noises and, well, death. You alright, honey? Alright. Yeah, each stream I do for Spooky Scary Saturday is going to involve me trying to pass the next night of Five Nights at Freddy's. I'm giving myself, I'm going to say 4 lives. 4 tries. If I die 4 times on one night, I'm going to stop and do something else.
Oh, man.
But seriously, I don't think a radioactive spider bite would be good for poor Peter Parker. I indeed think he might be quite boned.
It's just a kid. What, kids don't have wallets? What are you gonna take his lunch money? Just broke off and play, leave him alone. Let's just go.
Hey man, just...
Oh my god. Yeah, I forgot. He rips this guy's hand flesh off of his sticky spider hand. But if you think about it, if his spider sticky hands are strong enough to grip onto freaking walls, yeah, they might tear people's skin off. The reality of Spider-Man's powers are far worse than we could ever want to think.
Peter, darling, are you okay in there?
Yeah.
Your uncle needs to use the restroom.
Okay, yeah, I'll be in a second.
Peter?
We're gonna be holding on to the possum of protection. The possum of protection protects us from being too scared. Lucky for him, it seems the only thing he's like directly applying pressure to with his hands that he sticks to. Also, that's clearly a decal of bricks. Like, you can tell by the quality of the brickwork, there, that's clearly just a made-up little vinyl that they did for the studio. I'm sorry, I just have to say it. That those are not very convincing brickies. And of course, do what any teenage boy would do with newfound powers to stick to walls and run around like a maniac. Proceeds to stick on walls and run around like a maniac. Oh, what's the matter, Petey boy? You're not looking too so hot. The first time I watched this, somehow, I don't know how I managed to, like, smell the vomit through the screen. I don't know what happened to my brain, but it just implanted this horrific seed of memory of the smell of vomit as soon as I saw him vomit. Yeah, Petey boy's not looking too so hot, huh? Buddy boy is looking a little, Peter Peaked there. Looks like whatever he ate before is not in his tum-tum no more. And he lost a tooth when he vomited. Oh, I forgot content warning for vomit. And, teeth falling out. Already content warning blood, though.
Oh, Mr. Parker.
I like the weird time dilation.
Are you asleep in my class, Parker? Peter? Hey, hey.
He's having trouble keeping himself together, it looks
Peter?
like.
Hey, my name is Jimmy. I'm a paramedic. You know where you are right now?
Incidents happening around New York, and they're all connected. Just the other day, we caught some photos of a kid scaling the side of a building like a spider. You want to know what I know? Well, let me tell you. There's something
May?
dark brewing in the underbelly of this city. I can feel it in my bones. We at the Daily Bugle have been covering all the strange accidents happening all around New York.
Peter, is that you? Can I come in?
No!
Why not? You can talk to me. What did we say about responsibility, Peter? Peter.
I feel bad for Uncle Ben for what's about to happen, man. Uncle Ben didn't deserve this.
Peter?
No, please!
Also, you're gonna see, but I highly doubt Peter was able to
And
speak coherently at all.
here.
Also, if you listen real closely, you can hear a lot of the same talking points from before on the TV program.
Crash. Covered in spider webs. 2 dead paramedics.
Okay. Where are you guys hiding?
Poor old Auntie May doesn't deserve this either. Ooh, it's a boob tube. Old CRT TV.
Peter? Oh.
Yeah. As you can see, I highly doubt good old Petey Parker there was able to speak so coherently. But otherwise, I liked the special effects makeup in this and a sort of unique take on how Spider-Man might actually work in real life. Looks like there's an after credits sequence. Ugh. I hate how he scuttles around afterwards. It's so creepy. I guess it's realistic to a spider, which he'd have more instincts of a spider now, to scuttle around like a little creep. Ugh. Can I help you? Yeah? Yeah? Little dummy boy? Okay. Now for Five Nights at Freddy's Baddington Edition. I've watched this one before. It's basically a game demo trailer. But I like the look of the animatronics for this one. They look more like, well, animatronics. They look like real life animatronics, I mean. The ones that Scott Cawthon designed are very nice, but there's a certain amount of suspension of disbelief you have to have for them. Because I feel like just about everybody who's ever played Five Nights at Freddy's has been to a place like a Chuck E. Cheese or a Rainforest Cafe or something like that at some point in their lives, or seen pictures of these animatronics somewhere on the internet. The real life kinds. And they don't look like that usually. They look more like this. Like, seriously, this is more like actually what they look like. The cupcake is terrifying, though. I don't know what the hell they were smoking with the cupcake. Also, this is frame for frame like the original Five Nights at Freddy's trailer. So I'm assuming that it's going to be like Five Nights at Freddy's, except, you know, slightly more polished, probably. Hold on, I gotta go get a key. Cheeto, where are you? Where's that dummy? Stop. Stop it, you. Nobody asked your opinion. Now hush your butt before I bonk you. If he keeps being annoying, just bonk him on the head with something soft, like a pillow. Since when is a brick soft? Ooh, that's not a good start. Ooh, it's never a good start when you got an investigator running out of the scene, throwing up. But judging by the title, The Woman in the Oven, I don't think we've got much to look forward to. This is by Sirky. We've watched a video by them titled, If You're in the Somewhere area. There, if you're armed in the Glenmont Metro, please shoot me. We've watched that one. And, where was I?
There was a firefight.
During the summer of 1983, in a quiet town near Min.
The fuck? This is so quiet. We're gonna have to turn on closed captions because it's quiet as hell. I cannot put it any higher.
Minneapolis, Minnesota. The charred body of a woman was found inside the kitchen stove of a small farm.
Ugh. Cannot imagine how that smelled.
A video camera was also found in the kitchen, standing on a tripod pointing toward the oven.
Soapy, lel.
No tape was found inside the camera at that time.
I like how we don't get a clear view of it. Very
Initially,
nice.
the scene had been labelled as a homicide by the police.
Man. Pretty uncool if you ask me. Cannot imagine that smelled magically delicious. Also, I like the fact that my video camera hasn't glitched tonight. That's nice.
However, an unmarked VHS tape was later discovered at the bottom of the farm's well, which had apparently dried up earlier that year.
Okay, rope gun tool. Very cool.
Despite its worn condition, and the fact that it contained no audio, police were still able to view the contents of the tape.
My head's itchy. I'm gonna guess she put herself.
It depicted a woman recording.
Yeah, pungent, meaty smell with the smell of burning hair, which, if anybody in chat has never had the particular joy of smelling burning hair, I describe it as a vaguely acidic smell. Somehow. I don't know how. It's like an acidy, sharp smell that stabs your nostrils. It is a wretched stench, burning hair.
Putting herself in front of a video camera, seemingly using the same camera the police had found in the kitchen. After positioning the camera to include both her and her kitchen stove in its view, she turned on the oven, opened the door, crawled inside, and then...
So this was a suicide. It's a horrible aroma, and I would not wish it on some of my worst enemies.
After 8 minutes into the video, the oven could be seen shaking violently. At this point, thick black smoke emanated from it. For the remaining 45 minutes of the video, until the batteries in the camera died, it remained in its stationary position.
So it was almost like she was hypnotized into suicide. Because you see, she was trying to escape at some point.
To avoid disturbing the local community, police never released any information about the tape, or even the fact that one was found. Police were also not able to determine who put the tape in the well, or why the height and stature of the woman in the video did not come close to matching the body that they had found in the oven.
That's... Hold on. New theory. The woman in the video took the victim and put her in the oven and killed her. The woman in the video we saw got out. Got free. It almost reads like a shock value tape that she tried to film. This is SFM Creepypasta. A trick-or-treater has been coming to my house every night by Sirky once again. Narration by Mr. Creepypasta.
I want to start out by saying...
Fashioned Hergus Burgus.
Thank you. I have been delivered food.
that I don't know what this thing is. All I know is that I don't want it around me, and I can guarantee that you wouldn't either. Regarding a brief background, I bought my house recently. Nothing special, like a medium-sized place located in a relatively safe suburb.
What kind of unanswered questions? I think my explanation covered any questions we could possibly have. Crazy lady either breaks into the house of the actual owner, who she put in the oven, or is the owner of the farmhouse and put some poor victim in the oven. Doesn't matter which. Filmed herself getting into the oven to fool people into thinking she was in the oven and died. Cut the video, put the actual victim in the oven, and killed her via the oven. Seen by the victim thrashing around in the oven trying to get out. And until the camera battery dies and the camera stops filming, the crazy person who killed the person who did end up in the oven throws the film. It could have been hypnotism. Again, I place the blame squarely on the person we see previously in the video who doesn't match the victim's height. The previously recorded woman in the video is not the person in the oven because they're not the same height. It'd be hard to find, but you might be able to find DNA evidence, possibly. Although it's very unlikely. There it is. But yeah, the perpetrator of whatever actually happened here has to be the person we saw in the video previously. They're the one who did all the bad stuff to the person who actually ended up dying in the oven. And they're the one who threw the videotape into the well. That's the theory.
I have a girlfriend, Laura. But she doesn't live with me for personal reasons. At the moment, I'm here by myself. I'm painting the situation because this is the kind of place where kids would go trick-or-treating. Not some decrepit apartment building, not some house in the middle of nowhere. Right here, in suburban America. The first time that it came was 4 days ago, around 9 p.m. I was sitting in my office, I was working on the document, when I heard a knock at my door, and the characteristic little kid voice saying, "Trick or treat!" I mean, not some weird demonic tone. It sounded exactly like a regular upbeat kid. I just brushed it off as some fundraising thing and decided not to open the door. I mean, I was extremely busy after all. Out of curiosity, I peeked out of my window, watching as the kid, dressed up in some kind of Grim Reaper costume, walked down the street. Off the bat, there were two weird things about this. First of all, there were no adults with him. I didn't get a look at his face, but there's no way that he was older than 5. Second of all, he didn't knock on any other doors. I watched as he walked past every other house until disappearing at a turn. Despite the obscurity of this, it was still a pretty sad sight. But nothing that I thought about for too long. Didn't come back again.
Dude, that is the exact thing you're not supposed to do. That is an unattended child in a neighborhood. I don't care how nice the neighborhood is. You don't just brush that shit off like it's nothing. That is a child. Helpless and alone. They could be hurt. They could be confused. They could be lost. God, this guy's an idiot.
And until the following night, this is where the detour to hell f***ing no territory begins. I was out with Laura. We were both drunk when we got back. It was late as hell, you know. We just decided to put on a horror movie before heading off to bed, and about halfway into the film, I hear a knock at the door. An upbeat "trick or treat" followed.
Yeah, no. Call the
Laura
cops.
was quick to act. What the f***? I remember her whispering to me. I hadn't told her about the first time it happened. I didn't deem it noteworthy after all. I looked at her without saying anything and just put a finger up to my lips. It was barely even a conscious decision. It almost felt instinctive at the time. I got up from the couch, made my way over to the door. Quietly, I looked through the peephole, seeing the same thing in the Grim Reaper outfit from before. It was wearing a mask, so I couldn't really see its face. I really wanted to ignore it. But at the time, I thought it was a kid, you know? Not to be rude, but what if he wasn't, right?
Right?
Or something. In any case, I reluctantly opened the door. It didn't move or say anything at first, so I asked it something along the lines of, "You okay? Do you need anything?" No response. Alrighty then. I turned around to face Laura and asked her what she was thinking. No response from her either. In fact, she looked horrified. "What's wrong?" "Don't look at it!" was her immediate response. "Close the f***ing door!" she screamed. Her sudden outburst made me jump, but I did what she said. "What the hell was that?" I asked her. She shook her head, still sporting the same horrific expression. "I don't know," she said. I looked back through the peephole, but the only thing I saw was the kid walking away.
That's a
Back
tattered
towards me.
costume.
I spent the night trying to convince her to just tell me what she'd seen, but her response was always the same. "I don't know." At a point, she just screamed at me to stop. "I told you already, I don't know." That's all that I could get out of her. She just didn't know, whatever the hell that meant. She left immediately the next morning. It was pretty obvious to me that she wasn't coming back for a while. I did get a parting text from her, though. If it comes back, don't open the door. Safe to say I was reasonably disturbed. Was she playing a prank on me? Seems rather elaborate, if you can ask me. It could be it. She never does anything like this. Never done it before. Besides, she seemed genuinely terrified. But it was the only explanation that I could muster up at the time, so I went with it. Whenever I would talk to her after that, she never brought it up. Thought she was just trying to pretend like she had nothing to do with it. And she had something bigger planned for me later on. I decided to go with that as well. Following night came. I mentally prepared myself for anything that she had intended to pull. I decided to stay in order to get some work done. Around midnight, and I was ready to head downstairs to place an Xbox before bed, and then...
Yeah, no, that's when, the second time when the girlfriend reacted like that, that's when I'd quickly find a new house and move out. Maybe burn down the old one. Because clearly there's some kind of demonic curse on this house.
Then I heard it.
Knock, knock, knock. Trick or
Trick or
treat.
treat. Now, if Laura was the one doing this, then she would have wanted me to ignore it, but I could catch her off guard if I actually opened the door, right? Kid was probably one of her cousins or something. It's weird. It's weird that she was making him stay out so late, but I mean, hey, anything to scare me, right? I suppose. I looked through the peephole once again, seeing the Grim Reaper costume. Forced myself to laugh. "What's Laura paying you, kid?" I jokingly asked him through the door. What a mistake that was. "Trick or treat!"
Yeah, burn it
The
down,
statement was
claim
repeated
insurance,
louder this time.
fucking
Caught me off guard, but I
leave.
couldn't place why, and then I thought about it. The words didn't seem to come from the kid's mouth, but from more of a general area behind him, if you get what I'm saying. I didn't react, continuing to look through, having no idea what to anticipate. "Trick or treat!"
Shit.
It was deafening the third time. I was jolted backwards, but scrambling onto the couch. The hell? I thought to myself. I remained stiff for the next few moments, petrified at whatever the hell was standing on my doorstep. I waited.
Yeah, this is where you fucking burn down the goddamn house, claim it was an electrical fire, get the insurance, and move the fuck away from wherever the hell this place is. Screw the consequences. This shit's not okay.
And I waited, but nothing happened. I was about to go back up to my room when I saw the police lights flashing outside. They rang my doorbell and started asking me questions. You seen anything disturbing lately? Well, I think some kids are playing a prank on me, but... I mean, no, not really. What was I supposed to say to him? When I asked him why he'd come, he responded by telling me that the neighbor had called in, saying that she'd seen something horrible standing at my door. No descriptions beyond that. Just something horrible.
Yeah, he lives at fucking 1313 Hell Avenue somewhere. I don't... Postbox number or zip code has to be friggin' 666 or something. What the fuck is wrong with this house? It's in the middle of a suburb. Somewhere. He never gave us an exact location, did he? It wasn't like, oh, I live in a suburban Californian suburb. It was just a suburb. That means this could literally take place anywhere that has suburbs. He did tell the cops what he knew about this. As far as he knows, this is a bunch of kids playing a prank on him.
The cop eventually decided that the woman was just off her rocker, but to call in if anything else happened. They thanked him and he left. The next day I rang my neighbor's doorbell.
I mean, what's he supposed to say? Some kid, small thing, keeps knocking on my door, saying trick or treat every night? It sounds mental. Sounds like he'd be a fucking nutcase.
Bell, hoping to get some answers. I could hear somebody moving around inside, but nobody ever came. Looks like she didn't want to tell me anything either.
Okay, what the hell is everybody seeing in this thing that this guy isn't seeing? Is this guy blind?
I relayed what happened to Laura. I could safely say now that this was never a prank. I was in a cab, coming home late after a night out at the bar with some work friends. As we pulled up to my house, I was prepared to drunkenly stumble out when the driver said something that froze my blood. Who's standing at your door there?
Oh shit.
I didn't turn to face what he was referring to. Keep driving, I told him. He stared at me. He started to ask me what was going on, but I cut in immediately. Just keep driving. But the guy just wouldn't f***ing go. What do you mean, go? It's some kid. It's almost 1 a.m. What's he doing out there? Look, we have to call some... He stopped mid-sentence.
And there it is.
My head was still facing away from whatever the hell was standing at my door, but I could hear the driver's breathing begin to tense. I heard him mutter out, before he slammed on the gas.
Yeah.
I barely had time to react. My head slammed on the seat as he took off. I looked over, witnessing his traumatized expression as he sped away. What did you see? I yelled at him. All he responded was with incoherent babbling. The moments I could make out, no, I didn't see. In his speech. I was so focused on trying to get him to talk that I didn't even notice where we were going. Suddenly, I felt the impact. He'd driven us off the road into a local wooded area. I put my seatbelt on, so I was mostly fine.
Dude, that's fucked. Whatever this is, it drove this guy to kill himself right away. This is not okay. This is some Bird Box stuff.
The driver was knocked unconscious, though.
Oh no, he's unconscious.
I told them what had happened. Not exactly what happened, just something that they would believe, right? That the driver had gone insane, driven us into a tree. At first, they set their suspicions on me. I mean, no surprise there, but that premise was wiped out when the driver woke up, babbling the same shit that he'd been babbling in the car. Nobody got any answers out of him. He remained in a petrified, incoherent state. They tested him
Jeez.
for drugs, for alcohol, nothing. Eventually, he was whisked away to some psychological test. While I was getting treated for my minor head wound,
Dude went
a detective visited me and
bonkers.
told me that there was signs of a break-in at my house.
Holy shit.
Called in around 1:30 a.m. Window in my basement been smashed. Front door had been left wide open. In the morning, I went back and I looked everything over. It was indeed a mess. My Xbox and laptop were on the ground. Cash that I'd hid in my drawer looked like it had been thrown across the living room, with bills scattered everywhere. With all that said, nothing had...
Hold on. That's 1, 2, 3.
Drawer looked like it had been thrown across the living room.
A 20. 2 20s. 3 20s. 2
With
50s.
bills scattered everywhere.
3 50s.
With all
Another
that
20.
said,
I was like,
nothing had actually been taken. And beyond the window in the basement, nothing really needed to be fixed
at least
either.
$200 cash
Which is
right
if
there.
whoever was here was in the process of stealing my shit. They dropped everything and they ran out the front door. And that was the law enforcement's conclusion anyway. Not very logical. But logic isn't something that I expect at this point. Now I have a feeling that something else happened. Something far worse.
What the heck even was that? What? That literally answered no questions from the beginning. What? Okay, I'm gonna take a real quick break, but I'll be right back. Also, the food's delicious.
Good.
I'm back. Oh, I should show you guys some of the things I've sculpted recently. Pinkie Pie from My Little Pony. She's very cute, very cool. Oop, sorry, Furby. Ah, Steve's legs broke off. This is Steve and his broken legs. I'm gonna have to glue him back together. Lame. And Grr from Invader Zim. Through sculpting these, I have learned a few things. First off, creatures that stand on 2 legs are nearly impossible to make sculptures of. Ooh. And 2, you need at least more than 2 legs to be more stable. Aw, man. I just dropped Steve really hard and he's just falling apart. I'm sorry, Steve has to be put down. He's too broken to fix. We'll make a new one soon. I'll do him better next time. Get some supports for his legs and whatnot.
The photographer.
This is a body horror statue via Dr. Bob. I don't know if we watched this one yet or not, but
holds
hey,
up his
can never
camera,
go
focusing
wrong.
on the deer. Then
You can never go wrong with a good old Dr. Bob.
The creature turns and stares down the photographer with the face of a human man. A long, elegant neck ending in a mutated abomination. The photographer drops the camera and runs away screaming. He won't be coming back to get it. He'd rather just buy a new one. A woman is walking her dog along the dirt road she's walked down every day for several years. It winds alongside a dense forest and past several large plots of land.
Oh, hon? Yeah. When I'm done streaming, could you remind me to take a shower? Thank you.
Some are occupied by farms, some have been left abandoned. It's a pleasant walk, one she can always count on to be as quiet and peaceful as it is stimulating for her dog, with plenty to look at and smell. Occasionally he gets distracted by a wild animal, but the odd squirrel or possum is nothing the dog hasn't seen before, and she can quickly get him back on the path with a whistle and a tug of his leash.
Really?
As the two of them near a familiar bend toward the halfway point of the walk, she can't help but notice that something seems off about the dog's behavior today. His steps are anxious, and his hackles are up. He keeps sniffing the air, tugging at the leash, whining insistently, as if trying to tell her something. She soothes the dog, promising him that there's nothing over there. The area he keeps staring at, a low growl rumbling in his chest, is an abandoned farm. No one's been over there for years, but no matter what she does, he keeps staring at that abandoned farm in the distance.
Dude,
Suddenly, there's
listen
a
to the
rustling
dog!
sound.
The dog knows something you don't. Always listen to the dog.
Some sort of unseen animal moving through the bushes toward the farm. The noise sets the dog off, and he jolts in its direction, yanking so hard and so abruptly on the leash that it flies out of his owner's hand. Free to pursue whatever had been aggravating him so much, the dog tears off toward the abandoned farm. The woman chases after him, desperate to catch her beloved pet before he gets himself attacked by a wild animal, or worse. She sprints after the dog for half a mile until they've passed the ruins of an old barn and reached a horse paddock that seems to be in surprisingly good condition. As the woman catches her breath, she spots a sign she'd never noticed before on the road. It reads, "The Miracle Farm." The paint is unchipped, vivid, even fresh. This doesn't look abandoned. Her dog barks sharply, and she follows the sound. There he is, crouched low to the ground, shaking and barking at a pair of horses. Wait. No, those aren't horses. They have the hooves, the haunches, the tails, but their upper bodies are all human torso, arms, head, and face. It shouldn't be possible. But her dog is barking at what appears to be a pair of centaurs. She grabs hold of his leash, urging him back from the strange beasts. As she backs away, she hears a sound behind her, like a person imitating the crow of a rooster. She spins around and sees a wide-eyed man with a bright red wattle on his face, feathers jutting out of his neck. He crows again, then stoops to peck at the ground. Just behind the rooster man, she sees even more impossible human-animal hybrids. Rotund, pink-fleshed children with pig noses roll in a puddle of mud. A woman coiled up on a rock stares straight ahead, forked tongue flitting in and out of her mouth as she hisses. This place isn't abandoned after all. There is still a farm here, but it's no ordinary farm. The woman scoops her dog, her completely ordinary non-human dog, into her arms and sprints back toward the dirt road. She keeps going, running all the way home until she can get to a phone and immediately calls the authorities. The first few people she speaks to laugh at her, accusing her of making a prank call, but one man takes her seriously and records her report.
Oh, thank
Then
God.
he passes it on to his friends at the SCP Foundation. They conduct a raid of the Miracle Farm.
It makes me think of how many people might have not been taken seriously before the SCP Foundation in this universe.
And find that it is just as bizarre as the woman described. They uncover files in their office detailing that the property once belonged to Marshall, Carter, and Dark Limited.
Of fucking course. Marshall, Carter, and Dark Limited. It's either the factory, Dr. Woman Entertainment, or Marshall, Carter, and Dark Limited. Those are the main entities that make up this baloney.
Before its ownership passed to a private company that specializes in the finest in custom-ordered pets, prey, and companions.
Mobile Task Force Theta 2, Moreau's morgue, is deployed to the scene, where they bring all on-hand personnel, clients, and living specimens into custody. Personnel and clients are questioned, then given Class A amnestics and released. The specimens are contained for further study, and the facility is destroyed. But not before the MTF discovers a curious marble statue, acting as a fountainhead, providing all drinking water for the animal-human hybrids on site. The statue, depicting the Roman goddess Venus, allows water to flow out of its mouth when pumped in through the base. Somehow, water flowing through it is causing ordinary animals to transform into these bizarre creations. But how? Before we tell you, first, I have a question directly for you. Is something interfering with your happiness or preventing you from achieving your goals? Regardless if you have a clinical mental health issue like depression or anxiety, or if you're just a human who lives in this world who's going through a hard time, therapy can give you tools to approach your life in a very different way. And that's why I'm excited to tell you about today's sponsor, BetterHelp. BetterHelp's mission is to make therapy more affordable and more accessible, and this is an important mission. Because finding a therapist platform questions designed /off your therapist is you can easily your network or any in the description or visit BetterHelp and brought to the foundation strange marble statue. The fountain is quickly removed from the area and brought to the Foundation for further study. And that is the story of how the SCP Foundation got its hands on SCP-1575. As is frequently the case at the SCP Foundation, the research team quickly began conducting controlled experiments using SCP-1575. They exposed a variety of animal test subjects to water that had passed through the fountainhead. I combed through the test logs I was able to access and have compiled some of the most relevant examples of the anomaly's effects on various subjects. I must warn you that some of the imagery contained within may be a bit disturbing, even by SCP Foundation standards. I admit that a few of them turned my significantly desensitized stomach, but still, they fascinate me, and like a train wreck in slow motion, I haven't been able to look away. Test 1575-2 was performed on a female Japanese field mouse, Apodemus argenteus, at the adolescent stage of development. After several weeks of exposure to SCP-1575-1, the mouse began to rapidly increase in size. Over the course of 12 days, the mouse grew to a height of 1.01 meters, a 500% increase in overall body size. As the mouse began to grow, her fur falling out and being replaced with smooth, human skin, her face warping into that of a young human woman, her appetite increased drastically. She was provided a standard field mouse diet of fruits, berries, and nuts, and consumed nearly 95% of her body weight at a given time in this provided food. By the 12th day of her mutation, the mouse's heart was unable to support her rapidly growing body, and it gave out. She died due to failure of her cardiovascular system, leaving behind an eerie half-mouse, half-human creature with a vestigial tail, partially transformed paws, and gray-tinged skin where her fur had once been. Test 1575-4's subject was a pre-adolescent male white-tailed deer, Otocoileus virginianus. The deer began to mutate fairly quickly following exposure to the water, and its initial steps were an alarming sight, to say the least. He began to suffer severe hemorrhaging in the pelvic area as his reproductive organs atrophied. By the end of the mutation cycle, they had disappeared entirely, leaving a smooth, fleshy surface behind. Several male researchers in attendance had to leave the room during the initial bleeding, and one asked to be referred to an on-site counselor regarding a persistent, recurring nightmare inspired by the mutation. The deer's arms and legs changed into human arms and legs, hooves into hands and feet. By the end of the process, which stabilized after 30 days, the deer had become an androgynous-looking Eastern Seaboard Native American person. The only remaining indicators that this had once been something other than human were a tail and antler nubs resembling those characteristic of yearling bucks. After testing the anomaly on prey animals, the researchers decided to explore its effects on a predator. The subject of Test 1575-6 was an adult female Bengal tiger, Panthera tigris. Naturally, there were concerns about the safety of researchers, given the subject's aggressive nature. To prevent any accidental injury or death, she was kept sedated for the duration of any hands-on examination. Unfortunately, the application of these sedatives had a negative impact on the tiger's health during the mutation process. After 4 days, before any dramatic visible transformation had even taken place, The tiger experienced failure of the heart, liver, and kidneys. Though this experiment was largely regarded as a failure, it provided the team with a vital piece of information. Sedatives should not be used on test subjects until they were further along in their transformation and at least 80% stabilized. After the tiger, the research team pivoted to the least threatening version of a similar animal,
No,
an adolescent
a kitty!
female domestic cat, Felis catus. The transformation occurred without incident over the course of 30 days. It was described as unsettling to watch, especially coupled with the pained yowls of the subject, which slowly transformed into the screams of a young woman. But the subject survived the process.
Poor
Her
kitty.
body stretched and contorted, claws turned to long, pointed fingernails, whiskers fell out, and fur was completely shed. By the time her transformation was complete, there was a young woman in the containment chamber, crawling around on all fours and batting at particles of dust. She retained her tail, the aforementioned pointed nails, and eyes with the same vertical slit pupils she had as a feline. She spoke several times, but only to request additional food. After testing on a cat, the next natural step was to test the anomaly on a dog. For test 1575-9, the subject was an adult
poor
female
dog.
domestic canine, Canis lupus familiaris, of mixed breed. At this point in time, it was
Oh, it's a
believed that the
mutt?
fountainhead had no anomalous effect on invertebrates. Unfortunately, this experiment proved otherwise. But I'm getting ahead of myself. The dog was exposed to the anomalous water, and dramatic signs of mutation soon began to show. First, the dog began shedding all of its fur. At this point, the researchers got an unfortunate look at something that had been hiding in the dog's coat, an infestation of fleas, which were beginning to transform as well.
Oh shit.
The fleas had quadrupled in size and were continuing to grow. Even more horrifying, their legs had changed into appendages resembling human fingers,
Oh,
and their
that's
features
horrible.
rearranged into a nightmarish facsimile of a human face, blood pouring from their open mouths. Unfortunately for the test subject and any researchers present, the fleas were not the only parasite that had infested this dog. On the 6th day of the experiment, the slowly mutating dog collapsed on her side, breathing heavily, exhibiting intense discomfort.
Poor doggy.
Her abdomen began to distend, and nearby researchers could see something wriggling just beneath the skin. The motion
No.
became more violent, and the abdomen distended further and further, as if the dog was progressing through the stages of pregnancy at an advanced rate. One of the researchers made an anxious comment about being reminded of a particular scene from the movie Alien, and was admonished for it. But he was quickly
should.
proven right, because with a sudden burst, a tapeworm with the face of a man erupted through the skin, screaming at the top of its lungs, eyes rolling wildly in its sockets. One researcher vomited, another fainted. The experiment was swiftly aborted, and testing procedures were updated to include a specification that all subjects must be examined for parasites prior to any exposure to SCP-1575.
I will eat
None of the
cookies in a
mutated
moment.
creatures survived this test. The dog test was a colossal failure on many counts, but it inspired the research team to continue testing on non-mammals, not invertebrates. No one wanted to go down that road again, but other animals at least. For test 1575-12, the subject was a pre-adolescent female hyacinth macaw, Anodorhynchus hyacinthinus.
Okay.
The parrot swiftly began to change, and the sound of agonized caws filled the room, along with a sickening snapping sound. After a moment, the sound was identified as breaking bones. The rest of the bird's body, particularly the muscles and organs, were transforming at a faster pace than the skeleton. The body contorted painfully, and the wings began to split, forming into rudimentary fingers
Ew.
and hands. But the transformation never finished, never stabilized. After 20 days, the macaw was dead, and the cause of death was determined to be internal injuries due to these extensive bone fractures. The subject of test 1575-13 was an adult female leopard gecko, Eublepharus macularius. The transformation occurred at an accelerated rate, and within 1 week, the lizard had grown to a height of approximately 4 feet and displayed many human characteristics, including human legs and feet, a face, and a full head of hair. The hands remained unchanged, though they were larger, and the specimen was still capable of climbing up
the
walls, much like an
fuck?
ordinary gecko. At the 10-day mark, the subject experienced catastrophic organ failure as a result of the mutation and expired. One more test on an invertebrate was conducted, this time deliberately. For test 1575-14, the subject was a female common green grasshopper, Homocestus viridulus. As the mutation began, the grasshopper began to shed its exoskeleton in a process best described as flesh forcing its way out of a casing, breaking the exoskeleton into pieces. What was left following this shedding process was a creature resembling the same grasshopper, but 3 times larger and covered in human skin. It continued to grow, but no further human features seemed to develop. After 15 days, it expired. An autopsy revealed the development of human organs inside, including a heart, lungs, kidneys, and liver. The cause of death could not be determined, but the transformation process is thought to have made the subject incompatible with life. The subject of test 1575-15 was an adult female grizzly bear, Ursus arctos horribilis. During the first 29 days of her mutation, the bear did not consume any food or drink aside from SCP-1575-1. Still, she did not appear to experience any hunger or discomfort aside from the pain of the transformation itself. Her body slowly shrank over the course of 30 days, her fur thinning until it left only the ordinary amount of body hair for an average human woman. Notably, the hair was the same color as the fur she had once had. She retained her bear paws, which appeared to be uncomfortably heavy at the ends of her new human arms. Throughout the transformation, stool samples taken from the subject showed excessive amounts of organic matter, such as blood and fatty deposits. After 32 days, the mutation was complete, and the former bear's condition was stable. She did not speak. Instead, she used her newly transformed mouth and voice to grunt and roar. It was much less intimidating coming out of her human mouth, but researchers noted that her paws and claws were still dangerous and should be avoided. The subject of test 1575-16 was an adolescent female Gravy's zebra, also imperial zebra, Equus grevii. Over the course of 27 days, the zebra's main body, hind legs, and most of her head mutated into a human, resembling the appearance of a person native to Africa.
It seems like the features and how the person comes out looking depends greatly on what the animal looks like and also where they come from.
However, her front legs and jaw structure remained that of a zebra. The transformation stabilized, leaving her in this half-changed state. She was unable to move without pain, unable to eat, and exhibited extreme distress at her state of existence. When she attempted to walk, she would lose her balance and topple over, lying on the ground in agony. It is uncertain what caused the transformation to halt at such an incomplete stage, but the subject's quality of life had been all but destroyed. After a thorough physical examination, the half-transformed zebra specimen was euthanized as a humane measure. As disturbing as the results of the Foundation's test using SCP-1575 were, they allowed for a more thorough understanding of the anomaly and how it operates. The statue, which was studied extensively, shows no anomalous properties on its own, nor do any samples taken of the marble throw up any red flags. It appeared to be a completely ordinary statue, except for the effect that it has on any water that flows through it. This water, or SCP-1575-1, begins to show its anomalous true colors when consumed by a non-human mammal. Non-human mammals who consume 0.5 or more liters of this water per day will begin to mutate over the course of a month. Perplexingly, impossibly, they will mutate into a human being. During the experiments, it was noted that the ethnicity of the resulting human seems to correspond with the humans native to the natural habitat of the pre-transformation mammal. A European deer displays Caucasian features, for example, while a North American deer resembles a Native American. Domestic dogs and cats have ethnically ambiguous features or appear mixed race, likely due to the mixed backgrounds of their species. Many of the survivors of this process develop vocal cords and are able to speak about their experiences, but their odds of surviving are not great. Female specimens have about a 25% fatality rate. Males have a staggering fatality rate of about 95%.
That's interesting.
There is a 40% chance that the transformed animal, regardless of sex, will keep at least one premutation feature. These include, but are not limited to, paws, tails, ears, and fur. Across the board, those who survive the mutation process describe it as extremely painful. Though these transformed animals can communicate, they tend to display an intelligence level that aligns with their prior species. There are a few exceptions to this, as some subjects have displayed heightened problem-solving skills, but it is uncertain what exactly caused this shift. Proposed causes include neural restructuring during mutation, or an unintended byproduct of the Foundation testing itself. These transformed instances do not magically become human in behavior, personality, or habits. They retain their animal instincts, memories, and sense of self, give or take some added depression or anxiety brought on by the traumatic and drastic changes they've endured. Humans exposed to this anomalous water do not seem to change at all, which makes a degree of sense. If the water serves to transform mammals into human beings, then a human drinking it has nothing for the water to change. Still, I wouldn't suggest drinking it. Tap water may not taste great, but it's far less likely to mutate you. SCP-1575 is currently held in a 6 meter by 6 meter by 4 meter containment chamber at Biosite 23, with direct access to Research Laboratory 3 at the same site. Unless it is actively in use for an approved test, no water may be allowed into SCP-1575's containment. After testing has concluded, all water used during the test is to be held in quarantine and may only be used for further tests. At the time of my reading, I discovered one addendum added to the file for SCP-1575 by a doctor assigned to the anomaly. It reads, "Following the incident on the 12th of this month, during test 1575-9, any animal to be used in testing with SCP-1575 is to be thoroughly examined for both external and internal parasites. Our initial beliefs that SCP-1575-1 only affected the primary host has proven wrong. It apparently retains its mutagenic properties, even when ingested secondarily through the host's lower GI tract or bloodstream. We absolutely do not need another instance of half-mutated flea creatures, and the psychologist is having a hard time helping Janet with her nightmares of a 7-foot-long tapeworm with a screaming face tearing out of the belly of a dog. I fear that Janet and I may have those nightmares in common. This imagery will stay with me for quite some time. When it comes to drinking water from mysterious fountains, proceed with caution, my friends. Sure, this particular fountainhead may not trigger mutation in humans, but that doesn't mean it's the only one of its kind out there. Drink from the wrong water spout, and you may find yourself changed, and no one, including me, can predict what you might become. Check out the Dr. Bob Patreon and become a junior researcher today. Now go and watch another entry from the files of Dr. Bob, like
Dr. Bob's an
SCP-5019,
elephant.
Loopy Lily.
That's so funny. Alright, last video of the day. It's entry number 6 by Marble Hornets. Now, this was a very, very early YouTube thing, 14 years ago. Yes, can I help you, Cheese? Yeah, the tapeworm was scary. I mean, the fleas would be terrifying in real life, too. Ugh. I'd actually want to see what would happen to an elephant. Like, what kinds of mutations might take process there. And does the age affect what kind of mutations take hold? sumo wrestler? Probably. They'd probably be huge. Or, well, we did see what happened to the bear. It got really tiny. Like an average human being size. Alright, new Steve statue is complete. It just needs to dry now and be painted. But now it's got supports. Because I have this fancy little jar of stuff that I can use for some small supports for smaller projects. Now let's get into this. Last video by Marble Hornets. I don't even know what to put a content warning for this in, so let's just dive in. And no, there's just no audio to this. As you can see, this is a film project about the Slender Man, mostly. Now, I'm gonna admit something a little sad, but back in the olden days when I was a little bit younger, I first came across this and all the Slenderman stuff, and I got absolutely convinced that it was all completely real. I was very scared. But anyways.
American rap pop star Nicki Minaj has been voted as the second worst singer of all time.
Okay. Don't care. Didn't ask.
I just think it's funny.
Anyways, I think we're going to end the stream right here, buddies. My past little possums. Thank you all for hanging out with me. And with the real Penelope Possum. Who is here to help us not be so scared. Kitty. But thank you all for hanging out with me tonight. I gotta go play possum for a little while now. Till next Tuesday. Till the upcoming Tuesday. Stay awesome, possums. Keep it real. And good night. Okay, good. He shall be